Sup, nerds? How you guys doing today? Big day on map game today. Big day, a lot of progress. So we're gonna spin it a little bit, take a look at it. Before we do that, though, we're gonna mix in some pretend beer because, frankly, I've earned it today. Today has been it's one of those days, right? I thought I had a solution this morning, and I spent like 2 hours implementing it, and it sucked. So I had to undo it and then redo my next idea. And oh my goodness. So we're gonna do a little pretend beer segment, and then we're gonna fire up the game, and I'll show you my solution to that issue about like earning gold and earning tiles and unlocking things and all that. I think it's a good solution, but we'll see. So first things first, let's take a look at pretend beer. We haven't actually done pretend beer segment in a long time. So I think it was Chillionaire thought maybe it was dead. It's not dead. It's still there. Now I haven't been ordering as many new ones lately because frankly, it's kind of expensive. I have to earn the right to order more pretend beers by making some money, and I haven't made any money yet. So we'll order some new pretend beers after my first game goes on sale. But what are we drinking right now? Well, this is the Cur Royale. If you remember, this is one of my favorite ones. It's right here. This is the one that's got that really awesome, but it's one of those berry flavors that the black currant. Oh my God. I love this one so much. It's very fruity. So I don't have a reason to have it very often. It's a very good celebration pretend beer though, because it's delicious. It tastes like celebration. I love it. In my fridge, I really don't have a lot left. I'm starting to run low, so I might have to bite the bullet and order some, even though I probably can't afford it. I might do it just because I like these as my reward for things, but I also like them as I've just had a hard day. So I want to sip on something while I'm doing a stream, or I want to sip on something while I'm doing a video. I've tried to have other things. Pretend beer really is the only thing that does it for me. What do I got left in the fridge? I got quite a few more Cur Royales. I've got a couple of Tuckers left. I think I have 2 Ready Fronts left. And I think I have 2 Fruited Fields left. So all I really have left are really good ones. That's pretty good. I don't think I have any of the other ones. I might have a Trailblazer or 2. I think I have like 1 Trailblazer left. This is actually very good. This one might be moving up list. We'll see. What's at the bottom of this list? The Pale Hot Pale. Oh, I did like that one. You know what? I'm making a command decision right now. Trailblazer's going up. Because I've had a couple of Trailblazers over the last week, and they've been phenomenal. They've been very good. I think my taste is now like shifting more towards, these are all kind of fairly similar in style. So let's take a look. These are the ones. There's been a little bit of a shift. This is mostly for Chillionaire, so he can see where we're at. Not a ton has shifted over the years. I don't know if he saw the 2 pretend mixed drink beers. They ended up on they're all right. I would buy them, but I'm probably not going to buy them again. Then I think the kind of good one has been a category we've had all along. These are the ones they're not offensive. I'm not buying these anymore though. Like they're not. Oktoberfest and Sunset Stoke are a good example of these. These both were higher on my list early on. but like over the years, as my tastes have changed, it's kind of like they're not horrible, but I'm probably not buying these anymore. And then our favorite page. This is the horrible page. This is the like, no, just stay away from them, right? Like if I ever get the urge to buy one, just no. We had to actually make multiple lists because so many of the pretend beers were landing on this page. Because there was probably a 6-month span where I was ordering a lot of brand new ones, and most of them landed on this page, unfortunately. So there's some real stinkers here. There's like this whole section right here. I didn't even finish the 6-pack. I just threw them away. In fact, I don't even know if I finished a full pretend beer. I don't know if I finished a full can on any of these. They're bad. They're pretty bad. So they went in the trash, but they didn't make me angry. They were bad enough to throw it all away. Like the dill one. Dill Dreams is a funny one because it's terrible. Like I couldn't finish a whole one because it's got a really powerful dill flavor. Who thought dill beer was a good idea? I have no idea. But it was bad in a funny way. It kind of made me laugh because it was terrible, but it didn't make me angry. These 3 made me angry. These are personally offensive. The Sam Adams one is stupid bad. It's so stupid. The Emerald Cliffs and the Irish Red are just so horrible. They taste like feet. But this Sam Adams one, first of all, I had really high hopes for it, and it was just so gross. I can't even like what do you who put this in a can and decided to sell it, right? So there we go. We got caught up on pretend beers. I know it's been a while. So you know what? It's good to take a trip down pretend beer lane. All right. Let's go to the game. Let's take a look at my problem solving. Now that we've goofed around enough, let's take a look. So let me start up a game real quick. We'll share the screen. And we'll take a look at my problem solving abilities. All right. So here we are. We're back at gameplay screen. Remember the last big achievement was adding this tile selection thing over on the side. I'm still pretty proud of that. I actually really like that as a solution. But the main problem we're running into right now is how do you earn stuff? Now, and at first the problem is really just earning more tiles and more gold, but there's actually a bunch of other things that I have planned for you to be able to earn. So yeah, it's a problem for gold and tiles, but it's a problem for everything. So, which is why you see up here in the corner, we've got chests, gear, monsters, and heroes. Those are the main categories of all the things that are going to show up on the world. Those are all the things I need to spawn. There's going to be different versions of all those things. And they're all going to like do different little things, but essentially that's the categories. So here's my solution. So we're going to make a chest. When you draw your tile, there's this percentage chance every time a new tile gets generated over in your queue, there's a percentage chance that something is going to spawn on that tile. Now, when it's in your queue, you don't know what that something is yet. I have a plan for, maybe when you upgrade your town. I don't like how that highlight's working. Maybe when you upgrade your town, actually, I'm going to fix that right now. That's bothering me. It's a very simple fix. There we go. Sync the profile. All right, there we go. I was messing around with the highlight earlier and I messed it up. Sorry. All right, let's go back to this. So first of all, let's get rid of a couple of these tiles that aren't going to work with what I want to do. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. There we go. These will work. All right. So, right, you're bopping along, you're playing, you're like, oh, this is really fun. And then at some point, when a new tile gets generated, it's like I'm going to drop this, and there's this new tile that got generated. There's a percent chance that the new tile has something spawned on it. That percent chance is heavily influenced by the direction your town goes. So, like if you upgrade your tavern a bunch, you buy, and I'm definitely going on the road of you buying upgrades for your town. If you buy some upgrades to your tavern, that will influence the percent chance that a hero will spawn, right? It's like your recruitment. The market will influence the percent chance that gear is spawned, among other things. The windmill affects like chests, things like that. The windmill is really about like earning tiles. So like it'll affect your ability to earn new tiles. The town hall here, what will that affect? I think monsters, maybe. I can't remember what I had decided. I haven't implemented any of those systems yet, so I still got to like think about that. I think it's monsters though. If I remember right, the town hall represents going on quests, and going on quests is really about monsters. Yeah, so I think the town hall influences monsters. But anyway, those percentages are all put into the percentage machine, and then when a tile spawns, there's a percent chance that something is spawned on it. So in this case, oh, this shore thing spawned a chest, or it spawned something. This big question mark means it spawned something on this tile. You don't know what it is, but you do know when you lay this tile down, something is going to spawn. Now, as you develop your town and you upgrade certain buildings and stuff, instead of you just knowing something is spawning, like the levels are going to influence how much you know, basically. So like a level 1, you probably won't even get this question mark because you just won't know that it's going to spawn. You'll just be surprised when it spawns something. But maybe after you level up a couple times, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, you'll get a note. You now know more. So you'll get a notification that something will spawn. That's what this question mark is. And then you'll level up maybe a little bit more. And then it'll be like, oh, you'll know if it's good or bad if it's going to spawn, right? Like it's kind of like unlocking information. So in this case, we know just enough to know that something's going to spawn. Now, obviously, I know it's a chest because I'm just like debugging it. But pretend that you didn't know it was a chest. What you would see is, oh my goodness, something's going to spawn. I don't know what. Let's make a nice little place to put it though. There we go. Let's put it out here. So we're like, oh, okay, well, I want to know what this thing is. It might be good or bad. I'm going to place it and I'm going to roll the dice. And I place it. Boom. And a chest spawned. So this time I rolled the dice and something good happened. But now that chest is just sitting there. The way you get the stuff that spawns in the world, right? You as the player, your interaction with this world is dropping tiles. Like really, that's it. I mean, yeah, you buy upgrades for your town, but really your interaction with the world is dropping tiles. I don't want you to have to do more than that. I really don't. So there's this chest down there and you're like, well, how do you get chests? Well, that's what heroes are for. So in this case, I spawned a hero. If I can ever find him. It's over here. These camera controls are not great. I gotta fix these. Hey, there's your little hero. A hero. You can get more heroes. He doesn't do anything right now. He's just kind of stands there and dances right now. That's all he's doing is he's dancing. Like let's spin him around a little bit so we can watch him dance. There we go. See, he's just dancing. That's all he's doing. But eventually, once I get the hero stuff working, hero's going to walk from there This is why I was messing with the highlight, because I don't like that it highlighted the hero. He's going to walk over here and he's going to open the chest. And the heroes are the guys that interact with the things that are on the map. You as the human, the only thing you interact with is the creation of the map. So that's the division of labor. You need to get heroes in order for the heroes to get the things that are on the map and to defeat the monsters. So another thing is, all right, now here's another like notification you're going to get. So right, if it's going to be something good, you'll get this little star, right? So that's like your next level of information. You're like, oh, okay, I know something's going to spawn here. I know it's going to be good, so that'll tell me like, hey, maybe I want to put this closer to maybe I want to put it close to town so that like a hero can go get it, or maybe I want to put it somewhere easy access, like maybe near a road, so that because the heroes travel a lot faster on roads. They go like 1.5 speed or 2 speed on roads. It's like, oh, well, maybe I want to put it over there. It's like giving you a little bit more information. So like I'm going to put this over here. I'm like, oh, all right, I like that. Let's drop it right here. Oh, and in this case, it wasn't a chest. It was a piece of gear. So this is like a shield. So my hero can run over here, grab the shield, and then he now has kind of like leveled up his gear. So he'll be carrying the shield around with him then. And there's like all kinds of gear I can add on there. Like basically all the gear that we had in town game, gonna put a subset of that. Only the cool ones I'm gonna put in this game because we don't need as much gear because there's not gonna be as many guys running around. But yeah, they're gonna be able to run around and pick up their own gear. And then of course they're gonna use that to fight the monsters. So like, here we go. We just got a, well, that's weird. That thing's spinning weird. I don't know why. Whatever. I'll fix that. Now this is like that third, what the heck? Yeah, that's all messed up. I'll fix that. But anyway, so there's like a skull spinning around on this one. And that tells you that, oh boy, when I drop this guy, there's going to be a monster spawn. So like, I'm really going to have to think about where do I want to put it? So in this case, I'm going to live dangerously. I'm going to plop it right there. And boom. Now there's a zombie who is also just standing there dancing because I literally have one animation set up. So they got both the hero and the zombie are just standing there dancing. Yeah. Very, very exciting. But in any case, so that's the new system. My thought on the system here is one, it preserves the intent that I have that like you interact with the map by dropping tiles. Really, that's all I want you to do. I don't want to start like I don't want to start turning it into a strategy game, right? This is intended to be a chill game where primarily you're just making a pretty little world. It's supposed to be mostly about you making a world that's pretty. The characters, the heroes, the monsters, the gear, all that's just going to be like stuff that can live inside your pretty world, because that's like the most fun part of making a world that's pretty is seeing things live in it and experience it, right? Because like if you make a really pretty world and it just sits there, it's like, nobody's enjoying this wonderful world that I made. So that's really what the heroes and the monsters and the gear are for, is somebody to enjoy your world. Like that's really it. That's really all it's for. The rest of it is just for you to have fun. Oh, did I mess up I messed up my lake again, didn't I? I did. No, I think I can recover that. I love making water so much. This is like my favorite part of this game is like making water. I do kind of like the woods too. And I like these little passes. I like making these little passes. So we'll do that. Let's add one over here. Let's make a dead end over here. And a dead end right there. Ooh, more water. Little island. All right. Anyway, I'm getting sucked in again. I gotta stop that. It's so fun though. Oh, the ocean. Ooh. All right. Okay. Stop. It's a fun game. It's really fun. And that's the thing. As you can see, every time I play it, I get sucked in for the same reasons, because I start making something that looks really cool and I want to like make it look a little bit better. And then it's got that one more tile appeal to it. Like, it's just like, I just need one more ocean. I just need one more shore tile to make my little island. Oh, it definitely has the one, just a little bit more appeal to it. So I think I'm on the right track. I'm still thinking about, I do like where the spawning monsters and rewards, like how functionally how it works. I do feel like that was the right choice, putting it on a top this morning. So this morning, what I did that I had to undo and redo it, I actually had it spawn when you drop the tile. Like it didn't ever notify you. You only found out when you drop the tile. And when I was testing it, what I found was like, it got to a point where I was like getting nervous to drop tiles, because I'm like, well, what if it's a monster? I don't want a monster like right here. Or like if I'm dropping tiles way far away, I'm like, well, I don't really want my gear to spawn way out here. And it dawned on me that I had once again taken all of this strategy, even though it's like strategy light, I'd taken it all away from you. It was just another, hey, roll the dice. I've taken all the control away from you. So that didn't work very well, but I did like the spawning stuff. So then when I went on a run, I was thinking like, how do I keep the spawning on the tile when the tile drops, but add a decision-making element into it? And then that's where why don't I just put it over on the queue, and then you can decide where to put it. And maybe I don't tell you what it is, but you just like, maybe you just know it's either good or bad, or you just know something's going to spawn and you can decide what you want to do with that. Or you can right click it and just be like, oh, that's a monster spawn. I don't want to do a monster spawn. So you can just decide not to spawn a monster. Now, spawning monsters is part of the game. You're going to want to spawn monsters because that's how your characters level up, right? Your characters fight monsters. That's the whole point of being a hero. Your heroes fight monsters. When they beat monsters, you earn tile and gold, and your hero earns experience. So like, it all kind of works together, right? You are working with your heroes. You're a team. You make the map, your hero earns you tiles and gold. So you have a vested interest in them getting stronger. They trust you to not make it too hard for them. And you're a team. That's what friendship's all about. And isn't that the real quest? Is the friends you make along the way? I think so. So I like it. One thing I got to figure out, and this is something I'll be thinking through this weekend. How do I decide? First of all, like, how does the probability, like, how is that going to work? How do we decide what you spawn when? A couple ideas I have. One, it's just like completely random based on like your town levels and all of that stuff. But basically it either happens or it doesn't happen. You don't know. You see it in your queue when it happens. That's kind of how I set it up. I don't know if I love that. I don't know if I love there not being a ton of rhyme or reason other than just like your leveling up of your town. One thing I was thinking, and I don't know if I'm going to do this, it might be too much, but what if I had like a little bar, like a fill bar on the top of your screen? And maybe like a monster fill bar, a chest slash gear fill bar, and like a hero fill bar. And like the longer you play without, the more tiles you drop without spawning something, the little fill bar starts ticking its way up. And it's like it represents the probability that like a monster is going to spawn. So it like starts real low and it starts ticking because you haven't like dropped a monster in like 20 tiles. And it's like ticking. And pretty soon it's the bar is full and you just know you're going to spawn a monster in some way pretty soon. So like that's an idea. I don't know that you need that information or that you can actually do anything with that information though. So like that's the only reason I haven't implemented it, is because I'm like, it might be interesting, but I don't know that you can do anything with that. So I don't want to have a lot of information that you can't do anything with. Another idea I have is what was it? I don't know what the other idea was. I had a bunch of ideas and like they all kind of just ended up being pretty much the same as the random draw. So maybe that's just all we need. Maybe all we need is a random draw, because you can discard anyone you want. So maybe it doesn't matter if you don't know when they're going to pop up, because you can choose to lay that tile or not. I'm probably overthinking it. So, I also am toying with the idea of not only having those spawns that you drop, like you see them and then you choose where to drop them. I'm also toying with the idea of just purely spontaneous spawning. It would be much more rare, but like every once in a while, and I'm thinking mostly for monsters, but if I'm going to do it for monsters, I might as well do it for chests and gear. Just like every once in a while, somewhere on your map, something just spawns. Like there's no warning, there's no control. Like it just, like 1 out of 100 tiles, I don't know, 3 out of 100 tiles, just like on a random spot on a tile you laid a long time ago, just like poof, something spawns up just to keep it spicy. It's another idea I'm kind of throwing around. I kind of like that. You definitely don't want to overuse it. But I think it would be kind of fun, just like once in a while, something just like pops up, just spawns in an area you had filled in a long time ago. Like if you fill in an area, obviously you can't drop more tiles there. So like nothing's going to spawn it. Nothing's going to be able to be drop spawned in an area that you've kind of finished. So I think it would be cool to like every once in a while just like randomly spawn stuff, and it might spawn in an area you hadn't touched in a long time. I think that might be cool. Especially if it's like monsters. That would be fun. So anyway, stuff to think about. I'm actually pretty pumped about how it's working out so far. It feels like the problems we're up against on the map game are getting smaller and smaller, which is a good sign. That means we're getting closer to the final vision, which also means we're getting closer to people being able to play it. So that's pretty cool. The reason I'm kind of crunching on this right now, I mean, it's been like 2 days. I've been working on it for like 2 days. Feels like a lot of crunch, but it's not really that long. One, because I'm like 2 months ahead on the football game, but two, like I really want to get a game done and out on the market. Like not having anything to sell right now and having no income is kind of like stressing me out a little bit. So like I want to finish something. so that I have it out there. And if I like start stressing out about income, I can just like make a bunch of shorts or something about the game I have and try to push it a little bit more. So at least I have something I can do to generate sales. Like right now, there's nothing I can do other than just keep working on the games. Like income just seems a million miles away right now. So the map game is the closest to being released by far, right? Football's not being released to the end of April. That's already locked in. Like even if the game's done in November, I'm still launching it in April. So like it does me no good to crunch on football. But the map game I can launch whenever I want. Whenever the interest is high, I can launch that. So that's kind of why I'm like, hey, I don't want to forget about this game. I want the map game to keep moving forward quickly, because if I launch that, then I can get some money. And also like, then I can focus on the football game and push that along as well. Well, anyway, that's that. That's all I got. I wouldn't expect daily uploads for a little while. Now that we've conquered that was really a fundamental problem for the map game. And now that we've conquered that, I think I can go back to, all right, let's just start grinding away. We'll come back when we've got some really good, something meaningful to report. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. See ya.